If any of you are as nerdy as me when it comes to skateboarding, you may have noticed one trick I didn't do in my crooked grind section. I did kickflip crook, heel flip crook, nollie flip crook, and I didn't do the nollie heel crook. So today that's my main mission, but this just came in the mail. It's not strange that Revive would still send me skateboards, but this one has my name on it. And the truth is, I didn't think that I was pro anymore. I mean, do I even consider myself pro at all anymore? No, of course not. I feel like I'm skateboarding a lot, but I'm not doing really anything that a professional skateboarder should be doing, which is filming video parts, putting out tons of content about skateboarding, representing skateboarding in the best way I could possibly do that. I think recently I've been trying to sort of find a new career path. So no, I wouldn't consider myself a professional skateboarder, but this skateboard has my last name on it. So this is all that technically matters when being considered a pro skateboarder. And this is where skateboarding can be a bit funny. I think when it comes down to it, if a company is willing to pay you, you're a professional skateboarder. It used to be if you only had your name on a skateboard, but nowadays we're seeing skateboarders, some of the best skateboarders in the world by far, without any sponsor at all. I mean, some of these skaters who are skating these insane contests or putting out content that we just can't believe, that's absolutely blowing our mind, have no one actually representing them. There's no companies out there actually paying them. And the reason is because it's so expensive to run a skateboard company and the margins are so low that there's not really enough skateboard companies to represent how many good skateboarders there are nowadays. What's weird in my case specifically is that Revive essentially called it quits in a video. They said if this last launch does well, then we'll probably produce more boards, but they created all the graphics essentially to be these farewell skateboard graphic decks. So my last skateboard graphic that I got, I actually 100% believed it was gonna be the last board with my name on it ever that was created. So when this came in the mail, it was actually a huge surprise. And how do I say this politely? So to have another board come in, it's really cool. I think JP Cooper probably designed it, so huge props to him for taking the time to make a graphic. It's cool that Revive is pumping out boards more, but I guess it feels strange because I really sort of accepted the whole end of the pro thing. Again, skateboarding is very nuanced. The skill levels are all over the place. What technically qualifies as a pro is all over the place. Nowadays it changes so much, and there are so many skateboarders who are still technically pro who literally don't skate anymore. And then there are kids, of course, who are better than everyone else who don't even have like a Flow board sponsor, which is absolutely wild. But to me, nowadays, I am just not concerned with it. I don't even think about it. If a board comes in with my name on it, that's great. I am still skateboarding all the time now. I still love it more than ever. I'm still learning tricks all the time, but I am not doing the job, I would say, of a professional skateboarder. I am more just someone who loves to skate now, who just keeps doing it the same way I've been doing it. And I love it. I love learning tricks. I love being out here having fun. And as I get older, no matter what I pursue, no matter what jobs I take on, I always hope to carve a lot of space in my life for this thing that I really enjoy doing. So right now, nollie heel crook. Let's get it. All right, let the nollie heel crooked grind mission begin. Even simpler. Woo. I've also noticed if I don't skate a lot, my nollie heels really suffer. I also want to try something new with them today. I watched a video where someone nollie heeled, essentially set up like a nollie. I always have my toes hanging off pretty far, but today, I feel like I can get a higher nollie heel if I have more of my foot on the board. See, I don't know, something about the first nollie heel of the day never goes great. It's better. Ugh. They're so low right now. Better. There we go. Ooh. Okay, I don't mind that, but it flips so slowly, which is always scary. Now, I don't want to make the mistake of wearing myself out too much before I even try the nollie heel crook, but I think I could do a nollie heel 5-0 at least. Dude. There we go, much better. Woo. I'm happy with that. It only took like 4 or 5 tries to do the nollie heel 5. I think like 4 tries. So I'm like, all right, well, since I'm over here, should I just try nollie heel nose grind? Because nollie heel nose grind is actually the perfect trick leading up to a nollie heel crook, which I actually will probably do a nollie heel back nose grind first. So I'll tell you why after I do this nollie heel nose grind. Yeah, that felt good. It feels so much better like pushing your nose into it because you're popping off your nose. It feels better to jump on whatever side you pop off of. Yeah, this feels good. I just wanted to try that, and that felt really good. Ah, so close. Shitty. Why do I keep doing it like that? Dude, this is so hard. Dude, I thought this was gonna be so easy. I got locked into it like right away. It's probably only been like 25 tries, but still, it's like, I'm tired. I was ready for that one. Woo, that felt good. Sweet, we got one. Nollie heel front nose, and then we'll switch sides. That's annoying. It felt good. What happened to my legs? This feels so much better than nollie heel nose grind. I shouldn't say anything, because last time I said that about the nose grind, it took me forever. Dude, what? That felt good. All right, let's move on. That was awesome. Let's get slightly technical. I did the nollie heel nose grind and the nollie heel front nose. I feel like I could eventually do a nollie heel front crook. Today, I want to do a nollie heel crook, and this is sort of my strategy. The other day, I tried nollie flip crooks, and I just couldn't do them. I did nollie flip nose slide, and then I just figured, okay, let me just turn it a little less and get into a crook. What actually helped is I ended up doing a nollie flip back nose grind, which is basically just the full straight nose grind, and then I tried turning that into a crook. And for whatever reason, that mindset actually helped the trick. So today, I'm gonna try to go nollie heel back nose grind and then turn that into a crook instead of going nollie heel nose slide and getting it into a crook. Does that make sense? First try. That gets me so stoked. Second try. That was ass, but all right. Dude, I'm feeling good. Now I'm not getting close. Damn it. I'll take it. I feel like that was good. Hell yeah. The first time I ever did that trick, it took so long. That was only the second one I've ever done. So maybe like 6 tries or something, so stoked. That looked more like a nollie heel crook, but here's the reason it objectively wasn't. We have now put 2 different facets to each trick. A nose grind is when you're grinding pinched up against this wheel, and a crooked grind is when you're pinched up against this wheel. So even though I was crooked, this wheel was pinched up against the ledge, which makes it a nose grind. So when I do the crook, it has to be like that. I actually thought I was gonna do it. Like my head, I saw it. I actually thought I was gonna crook. So my microphone died, so there's no audio. So this is me fixing the clip. Literally just gonna replace it with one of the other trick crooked grinds. But that was the best nollie heel crook I've ever done by far. I still have energy. I'm like, let's keep it going. I did the whole objective was the nollie heel crook. And I actually ended up doing like 5 tricks I'm pretty happy with. Nollie heel nose grind, nollie heel nose grind. Yeah. So I feel like now I'm like, okay, well, what else? I should do nollie heel back 5-0 because that one is strange. It's not done very often, but I feel like it's cool. So nollie heel back 5-0, let's focus on that. And hopefully this time we'll get the audio. Might be fine, let me watch it. I'm so stoked. This session was great. I am so glad that I'm 34. And when I was younger, I was like, okay, I'm clearly gonna see a lot of downhill momentum, and I have in terms of like jumping down stuff. Like I jumped down a 7-stair and hurt my back for months. So I can't really huck at all anymore, which is fine. I do love it. But now that I'm just like skating ledges and flat rails more, it's just funny that I'm now learning tricks that I could never do. Like there was no time in skating where I was like better at ledges, which is ironic, or rails or whatever. Like technically speaking, I'm better now than I've ever been, which is a really, really cool feeling. And I guess it's just all consistency and it's all pushing yourself. Like if there's something you haven't done, you just gotta try it. Like that's the only way to grow in anything. And I think it's the same thing with like even tedious things like weightlifting. You know, you aim for the slightly higher, harder thing every time you go to the gym or whatever. Weird metaphor, but you always kind of try to one-up yourself a little bit. And it feels like you'll just keep getting better. I think skateboarding is way less taxing on the body than people have guessed in the past. You see people going down hills or jumping down giant stuff and getting really, really hurt, and you think, oh, this is like the toughest sport ever. But most of the times people are just like skating a skate park, skating a rail. And really, like, if you can stand, if you can jump a little bit, you know, this box is, you know, whatever, 12 inches, a foot high. If you can jump a foot, then you should be able to make your board go up there. We'll see how this is in a few years, but for now, I feel like, I don't know, I feel very good on my skateboard. Oh, even though standing up is hard. If you enjoyed this video, stay tuned for a lot more, because during the summer, I will probably only be skating in here, talking about skateboard stuff, doing as many tricks as humanly possible, so stay tuned for the rest of the videos. Thanks so much, take care, progress daily, and keep killing it.